Welcome to the Maison Insurance Louisiana Homeowners Quote Training. The purpose of this video is to walk you through the quote process. We will provide some suggestions and underwriting guidelines. However, please refer to our reference guides and manuals for complete information. All guidelines are subject to change, and eligibility will be determined at the time of submission. Due to the Privacy Act, this will be a simulation. No actual policies will be viewed. To get started, navigate to the Maison login screen. Enter your username and password. Click Login. Each time you log in, you will see this screen about credit. You must select Accept to continue. After you select Accept, you will see the home screen. This contains alerts and other information that may or may not pertain to you as a Louisiana agent. From this screen, you can hover over the Home tab to review a number of documents. Click Policy Forms to review each policy form. These can be filtered by product. Click Agency Forms to view our reference guides. Again, you can filter by product. Click Underwriting Forms to review our manuals. These too can be filtered by product. Once you bind policies, please click the Action Items tab on a regular basis to review any outstanding items. These items are also emailed to your office depending on the frequency you selected within your application packet. To make changes, please email maisonmarketing@maisonins.com. To complete a quote, click on the Quote tab. Maison's Homeowners Program is available for residents owned and occupied by the insured as a primary residence. To start a quote, select the effective date of the policy, select Louisiana, then select HO3. Enter the insured's name, phone number, and date of birth. The birth date is required for running the insurance score. Enter the property address. ISO location will run after you enter the zip code. Check that the proper parish is selected. Building residence. Enter information or select from the drop-down for each item. Help text, which is indicated by the blue circle with a question mark, is available to help explain some items. Our sweet spot is homes 20 years and newer, and we do permit older years of construction with appropriate updates. It's also important to note that Maison requires all homes to be in good repair and show pride in ownership. For all years of construction, the roof must be less than 20 years old and have 5 years of life expectancy remaining. Wood, tar and gravel, tin, and flat roofs are ineligible. Reinforced concrete is eligible. If the fire alarm, burglar alarm, or secured community discount is selected, you will be required to provide proof after the policy has been bound. Wind mitigation and policy coverage. Please select the proper distance to water range. You may exclude wind, but we encourage you to write the full package policy with Maison if possible. Due to underwriting restrictions, some locations will require the exclusion of wind coverage. Our system will notify you if X wind is required. If the home qualifies for wind mitigation discounts, please enter the specifics into the designated fields. Select or enter desired information into all fields. Please be sure to run a reliable RCE prior to selecting the dwelling coverage A amount. We provide a link to MSB in our quoting platform. Maison allows coverage A up to $750,000. Coverage B is defaulted to 2%, but can be changed to 10, 15, 20, or 30% of coverage A. Coverage C has limits from 0% to 75% of coverage A, and coverage D has limits from 10% to 30% of coverage A. A variety of endorsements and increased coverages are available. We encourage you to discuss the available coverages and limits with your clients. Deductibles are defaulted to $500 AOP, 2% named storm. We encourage you to discuss the options with your client to determine what is best for their individual needs. Loss history and scheduled property. Please select yes or no to answer if the insured had a claim in the last 5 years. Any loss history should be entered in this section. A loss history report will be run prior to binding the policy, so it is important that all known losses are disclosed to ensure an accurate rate and to determine eligibility. Applicants with 2 or less reported claims and/or no fire or liability claims within 3 years are eligible. If you are adding any scheduled property, it should be added in this section. If you do add scheduled property, please be sure to select the separate deductible amount. Financial responsibility range and critical errors. Select the insured's estimated financial responsibility range. The actual financial responsibility range will be verified when the policy is bound. Next, check the box in this section for critical items. These can be reminders to complete areas in the application or a prompt regarding an underwriting concern or restriction. You must correct the critical item to receive a quote. Click the Validate button at the bottom right to see the rate. If you do not receive a rate, you may have a critical error that was not corrected. Please check the critical item box to make sure that there is nothing to address. You may click the Print button and select the rate worksheet or quote for yourself and client. If you wish to proceed into the application, select the Create App button to bridge to our online application where you can complete a few more questions and submit to the company. This concludes this portion of the webinar. We are pleased to have you as an agency partner and appreciate you taking the time to learn about our quoting process. Please feel free to contact your territory sales manager with any questions. Thank you and have a great day.